then take a Rick Rouse. Now that's flipping weight. I'm just playing. Yeah. My time, I might be
cruising on my paper chase.
Up on my grind, I'm in the valley, downtown, or any place that you be. Yeah, yo, it's Kyrim. Goddamn, you know that it's me. And if you didn't know about that, then you been living in the grave. We on the way to get a paper cruise to break and switching lanes all day, baby. All day, baby. All day.
Cruising on my paper chase. My paper chase. Cruising on my paper chase. My paper chase. Cruising on my paper chase. My paper chase. Cruising on my paper chase. My paper chase.
Cruising on my paper chase. My paper chase. Cruising on my paper chase.
That was Lawrence P. Day Joe and Kyrim.
Yeah. My God. What up, Dem? Kyrim. TM, boy. Yeah. Hey. Yeah. Born in communism with a sickle and a hammer. I recognize this bullshit all around the planet. So I played ball under child chess school, and when I had a chance to bounce, fuck yeah, I left, yo. Picture the imagery, chilling out in Italy. Got a bad bitch and I'm loving this wizardry. With the Maserati, but I'm feeling hella empty. Stuck inside this boat, yeah, status of a refugee. Shout out, ayy, to my mama. First stop America, Mobile, Alabama. Told me every day there ain't nothing you can handle, and never panhandle, baby boy, it's gon' pan out. Boss niggas on it out, watch what I'm doing now. Now I'm to show me when I stay in these international rounds. I'm ahead of the time, since back in the day, been trying to explain that my lane is a little more complicated than yours. And I don't only represent one hood, TM is international. When you can't travel messiahs, put it on I'm a publica Yanchi, always getting pissed. I'm a publica Yanchi, balling up my fist. I don't know, just the way that it is. I don't know, hope you fuck with the kid. I'm a publica Yanchi, always getting pissed. I'm a publica Yanchi, balling up my fist. I don't know, just the way that it is. I don't know, hope you fuck with the kid, ayy.
In America today, what we are seeing is the richest people becoming richer and almost everybody else becoming poorer. And what we are saying is enough is enough. People in this country who work 40 hours a week deserve a living wage. They deserve the right to earn enough to live in a decent apartment or a decent house.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
Yo, I represent for the food bank cereal, and everybody struggling for bootleg stereos. Another night with the heat kicking out, so we huddle around the kerosene heat, tripping out, rolling up another smoke from the ashtray. Cause I was broke way before I got my last pay. I'm on my last leg, living at the bus stop, counting out my change while I squint at the rust spot. The real reason I'm keeping my kicks clean is I'm broke. I've had the same pair since I was 16. Living life one stage at a time, don't expect anything. Getting paid for my rhyme, I'ma climb barefoot if I have to. Doing it empty pockets for real. I was made to pass limits. I'm in it for the love, way above what you thought. I'm not about the show and tell them all about the props.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers. Catch me in the cut.
I represent.
Kyrim is the voice that you hear on the record. Born in New York, got the city embedded. Sick with the rhymes, better get him a medic. But fuck all that shit, cause it's egocentric. I'm trying to make a difference. Real talk, practice and discipline. Real hard, spitting bars seem to be the thing I do the best. I be lying through my teeth if I told y'all yes. Rhyming be the best. solve all crisis. And Kanye West, Will and ISIS. Don't that shit sound stupid? But never underestimate the influence of music. What if I told you Drake could change the world? Some be like nah, and others like word. Think that through. Pop is more impactful than World War II.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers, catch me in the cut.
I represent.
World premiere.
Represent for the hungry and bored.
World travelers,
I represent.
Yeah, it's your boy MC Lecter. Kyrim in the motherfucking building. Touchdown shit. I'm on my motherfucking high horse. Yo, that's a polo up on Yao Ming.
Real
Stacking money
freestyle.
like Yao Ming. But they ain't fucking with my team. If we talking about the guap, better come with the green. If you talking you a shooter, hope that shit come with a beam. Cause they really out of scheme if they fucking with my plot. Cause I put them underground, man, I got a lot of plots. I'm the grave digger, shape shifting. I don't think they really understand why they pacing at they crib bitching. I'm making moves, never do I lose, cause I always fucking win, cause your boy get it in. Pedigree higher than most, don't mean to boast or brag, it ain't my fault that my pants always sag. Reason being, pockets full of cheese, ravioli, bro. Dudes throwing dabs like they know me though. We ain't no homies, bro. You a fake lame, fucking up the rap game. I'm about to switch lanes. I do things in a different way. They talking shit, but they too close, they kinda gay. No homo, went to your show to whip your promo. Double cupped up, mean like the moving in slow-mo. Double cupped up, mean like the moving in slow-mo. When I hit the door, all them haters, they all like, oh no, like OGs. Like the blowing OG with the OGs. Hide in the nose.
Are we live?
Like you know me. Smoother than Shinobi. Fast like Kobe. Who the fuck is better than I? Competitors die. Don't act like we cool when you see me in the streets. Cause I'm cooking like a chef when I talk about the beef. Small skinny dude, but I really like the East. What I'm done taking yours, man.
I
still
should,
wanna feast.
yeah, I can hear you. Let me get my computer so I can see your Twitch, even though it's a little delayed. Oh, we're not live yet though, right? Well, yeah, that's the same thing. Like people are listening to us, or maybe listening.
They come in. That's the thing about it. Like I don't know. I gotta promote better or promote more. But I don't know, man. I don't know how much more I can do.
Well, I'll start promoting. Like I've been getting a lot of good like my Instagram has been getting like 600-700 likes for some reason. I don't know why.
Yeah, let's figure out why. Let's make sure you're not being tracked by, I don't know, the powers that be, alien.
Well, if they get my followers up, they can track all they want.
Oh really? You don't mind them tracking you as long as you get your followers up.
Well, I mean, if you're on Instagram, you know, you're putting all your shit out there anyway, and I got VPNs and stuff, so I don't have to worry about that. What is it? What are you trying to figure out?
How to make the Zoom thing full screen.
Oh, well, I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, but you just click on it. Oh, what the hell?
NFL teams to turn to cold water
I couldn't open my Twitch and it opened some weird lady. I'm looking for oh. All right, guys.
And that's the bottom line.
Let's see. I don't even know how to work Twitch because I never use it.
Search ish.com. That's all you have to do.
I mean, yeah, because you should be a ish. C-A-C-O-M.
COM.
Yeah, I see you. Weird, because you're like, you should be my only friend.
What do you mean? You're surprised that you have more? What are you talking
No,
about?
I mean, like, I don't know why, like, when I open Twitch.
It'll probably keep suggesting you different things.
Yeah, but it shouldn't, you know. It should just put me right to your channel since like. But I guess that's how they make. Yeah, I guess that's how they make money, you know. Oh, let me mute it so it doesn't get the. COM.
Okay,
Yeah, I see.
I can hear myself. I know one
You're
time when you were doing the truck training thing, we talked for like 2-3 hours or an hour or something, and then I realized my audio was not running. So
and this same stream goes on YouTube, right?
yes, I have it synced up to do that.
So it goes from it's this Twitch screen goes to YouTube, or it's a YouTube looks different.
No, it should look just like this on YouTube.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, that
And you
takes
can
some
hear me fine.
ingenuity. Yes, I mean there's music playing, but I can hear you.
I don't hear music. You hear music?
Yes, I have my Spotify. I have a couple artists that allow me to play their music while we talk and while I stream.
Oh, I bet you that's if I unmute it.
Yeah, but I mean I wouldn't worry about it.
No, I mean I just want to hear what kind of crappy music you got playing in the background.
No, but then you're gonna have the echo.
No, I'm just joking. I was making a joke. Or it's a YouTube looks different. No. All right, here. I just wanted to hear it real quick.
Alrighty. So it's been a while. So explain to me what your job is now. Are you still doing trucking, or are you giving that up?
I mean, right now I'm just delivering pizzas.
Oh, pizzas.
Well, DoorDash.
Food. Okay, I was about to say.
I live right next to a pizza place.
So you
and
get ding every 2
yeah,
days.
and they pay me like it's like $12-15 a delivery.
There you go.
Yeah, I don't know why, but I think it's because
I don't know why.
No, I mean because you know how some of them are like $5.
Yeah.
But every once in a while you get like. Have you done the drug running yet?
What did you just say?
Like they got me going to CVS picking up people's drugs.
Okay, well when you put it like that, no. Have I been told to go to DoorDash? Have I been told on DoorDash to try to go to CVS? Yes. I decline those orders because I'm not trying to have to walk through the aisles and try to shop.
Well, no, this was just.
Go in and you get to drop off the
drugs. They hand me actual drugs.
And you make it sound like prescriptions.
Yeah, I know, but like it could be like Oxy, like you're running drugs, man. You're a drug runner.
Okay. Well, I'd rather do like there's this one thing called Med Guys where it's pretty much doing DoorDash or food delivery, only you're delivering weed. I don't know how you have to like card people or what.
What's it called?
Med Guys, something like that.
Because we have medical marijuana here, but I don't know if they let us deliver it. Let me see, Med Guys.
Yes, I couldn't resist. I was trying to not drink a beer tonight, but I'm drinking a raspberry ginger beer. It's called Krabby.
Oh, I bought like a 30-pack of Guinness, and then soon as
can or bottle?
Bottle, like 24 the case, but
You said 30. I didn't know.
Well, I know I said 30 on just memory, because the cans are 30 and the bottles are like 24, but I bought the case because when it's done, then I go back on my diet. So it's finished, so I have to go back on my diet now.
So you do drink beer? I still remember the time I wanted you to
I drink beer when I'm not on my diet, but when I'm on my diet, I don't. I can't like the way it's not like you know how diets have cheat days and shit. There's no cheat days with the carnivore diet. Once you're on it, you're on it.
But how often are you not on it?
Not that often. The only reason I was off it is because I just got back from that trucking job, and then I had to take a girl out to eat, and then I figured I'll go off of it for a while, but now I gotta go back on it because I gotta start working out again and get rid of these man boobs.
Just because, what? Just because you took a girl out on a date, you had to get off your diet.
It was a birthday dinner thingy.
Uh-huh.
So like I didn't feel like, you know, don't you hate being that person that can't eat anything?
Uh-huh. Oh, the
and
girl?
like
No,
all
I've
picky
never.
and shit.
I always eat everything, but now I might have to change my diet too, because I'm realizing I think that the reason why I was in so much pain these past couple weeks, I don't think I eat as much vegetables as I thought I did, or I don't think I eat as healthy as I think I do. Because like I eat like I have like a smoothie or something every other day, or I'm having like a kombucha, and I'm like, I eat salads, I eat.
Well, it depends. So, what kind of smoothies? Like Jamba Juice is terrible, but is it like a good?
That's it.
Seriously, Jamba Juice?
That's the only spot. The other spots they charge like almost double for the same amount.
Well, like for one thing, you gotta watch out because when you do smoothies, because Jamba Juice is like a lot of fruit smoothies. So if you're gonna do smoothies, like you know, if you're juicing, they call it, you want like, you know, kale and broccoli and.
Yeah, the ones I have, like I just had one today. It was apples and greens, apples, kale, bananas, something else. But I know kale was in there.
For Jamba Juice?
Yes, it's a plant-based smoothie.
Oh, you should Yeah, I know, but to tell you the truth, get a juicer, cause you pay like what, like $6 for Jamba Juice?
Yes.
Yeah, so yeah, get it. Well, it's different. So you know, there's juicing and then there's smoothies, right?
Yes.
The problem with juicing is you don't get fiber.
I try not to make as much noise as possible. So, besides me watching my TV maybe till 2 o'clock in the morning, the last thing I'm going to do is then wake up and start juicing and waking up people.
Well, do you have a kitchen or no kitchen?
There is a kitchen, which I do not use at all. I'm trying to not be seen, not be known in this house.
Well, I mean, like, yeah, but if you're juicing though, you do it, all of it at one time.
But I think
like
juicing might be better, because then I could at least, like, because I know it, you know, it separates the fiber, all the roughage, and then I could put that to use or eat it or put it in a banana bread.
That's kind of hard. Like, I mean, usually you just throw it away.
But what's hard
but like,
about
because it's really messy, right? And then like, what do you do with it? Like, like this shit you could do. Like, you could turn it into like French fries and stuff. But it's just a whole lot of pulp, you know.
But
well,
it's gonna taste like fruit fries, French
fries. Well, so if you're you don't want too much fruits anyway. Like, I mean, like you just throw like the apple for flavor. But I since I do the carnivore diet, I don't. Well, when I was doing the no carb diet, I was allowed to juice, but I couldn't have apples and stuff. So I would use lemons and limes to flavor it. But yeah, you can. I mean, Jamba Juice isn't really good.
Yeah, but it's what I have. Like I said, I don't want to either have to spend double the price.
No. When I say not good, I mean like I don't think there's that much different from drinking Jamba Juice and then drinking like a soda. Well, I mean, Jamba Juice, they put sugar in Jamba Juice, don't they?
No, I mean, it's just the natural sugar from the fruit.
No. Have you ever seen them make it?
Yes.
Don't they dump something in?
No, I mean, if anything, it has to be the sugar from maybe the sherbet that they use or something natural. It's not like they put added sugar in there.
No, Jamba Juice has added sugar.
Maybe certain smoothies, not the ones I choose.
Let me see. You said sherbet, right?
Yeah, the sherbet they use the orange sherbet, yogurt.
Yeah, so I mean, orange sherbet is just sugar water.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. Like you made it sound like they put like actually literally take cups of sugar and put it in there. I'm like,
No,
they
they
don't do
do.
that. No,
What do you
they
think?
they
What do you
use the
think
sugar.
orange sherbet is?
Whatever, it's sherbet, flavor of orange. I don't know.
Sherbet is sugar water turned into ice cream.
Okay, I don't that hard into sherbet. I don't
No,
go
no.
out
I
my
mean, the
way to
point
say
is,
what the
there's not,
nutritional value of
there's
sherbet
not that much difference between that and like like a soda. I'm checking out
but the nutritional facts of most.
yeah, like I bet you like the carbs in that shit is probably just like
breakfast burrito. Taco Bell has breakfast, and
might
this
be right,
is your
but
morning.
like,
You
I
can't
don't-
try it if you
I
sleep
don't
in
go-
tomorrow
like I
morning.
said, I
I
don't
know
go out of my
bedtime's
way.
lame, but just think,
You
when
made
you
it sound like
awaken,
they
you'll get
literally
a
just
Taco
put
Bell toasted
sugar
breakfast
in the
burrito
stuff.
with
They're not
cheese.
well, I mean, that's what sherbet is. Sherbet is just sugar water.
We're over the sherbet
At
part.
Ralph's, fresh
Not all of their
groceries are our
smoothies have
thing, so
sherbet
we
in it.
check your delivery
I just
order for
ate one
freshness
today
at
that
every
had
step
no
from
sherbet.
farm
It
to
was a
store, and
plant-based
pick and
smoothie.
pack every veggie
It
in
had
the
What was it
apples
called?
and,
because we treat
apples
your
and
food
greens.
the way
It
we'd
was
want
literally
ours
just
to be
apples,
treated. We're fresh every
spinach,
day, so shop
apple,
anyway.
spinach,
Ralph's,
kale,
fresh for everyone.
and
Free
something
pickup on
else.
orders of
It was
$35
green.
or
And
more.
no
Restrictions
base?
may apply.
Get more ways to save at the buy 5
Bananas?
or more. Save $1 each.
No, no, like
Just
no
buy 5 or
liquid
more
base. They
participating
like there's
items and
no.
save $1
They don't
each
put
with
any
card.
kind of like
Ralph's, fresh for everyone.
formula.
To celebrate State Farm's surprisingly great rates, we gave this
Because they usually use it or something.
Not in this smoothie. Here you go. Here's the Jamba Juice Fest. The ingredients are the apple, pear, strawberry juice blend, kale, mangoes, bananas, peaches.
State Farm is there.
And that's it. That's all that was in this smoothie.
A juice blend.
Yep.
Maybe I should. I don't know. Like a I guess I mean that doesn't sound too bad.
Yeah, but I mean other times I might have a more maybe a smoothie with sherbet in it, but it's like I don't like I know when I think I told you like that week I probably all I did was drink beer on Tuesday, and then the next day Wednesday I didn't drink as much water, and then I had a couple more beers, and then by Thursday I woke up and I was having such abdominal pain, it was not even funny. And that was what, late August, and now we're almost late September. But I feel better today, and I don't know why, like still, like even over the weekend, like I tried to work Saturday, Sunday, it's like I cannot move. It's like every time I get out of bed, it's like I'm straining to stand up straight and walk my dog. So, let's see. You want to talk about the Gabby thing first, or you want to talk about what you've been watching?
Well, I mean, I just streamed the new new season of Sex Education, which is it's like it's a British show on Netflix. It's actually really good. It's just about a high school, and Scully is in it from the X-Files. No, Scully, the
female.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
But she's good in it. And it's a good show, but it's like just like one of those high school shows, but it's a little smart because it's just done pretty well. It's okay. The new season of Lucifer just dropped. I was gonna watch that too. Yeah. And I've been making some DMT. I got some DMT brewing.
Put it over the stove, or how do you?
Well, it starts over the stove. You take the plant, whatever plant you're using to get DMT.
Wait, hold on. Let's say a disclaimer. Kids, don't try whatever he's trying at home. There you go.
Well, whatever. There's lots of plants that have DMT. Most of them are legal. So you just look it up and see which ones are the cheapest and legal and have the highest DMT
Does it have a chance
content.
to explode?
No, because all you do is it's actually the reason why it's legal because it's actually used as dye.
Is what?
It's used as dye.
Oh, okay. When you said die, I thought you meant DIE, as in death, murder, death, kill, die. But
No, like changing the color of your clothes.
okay.
But it's a plant, so it comes crushed up in a powder, or you can buy it not crushed up, but then you have to blend it, and then you take the plant and you put it in some white vinegar, and then you pour some boiling water in it, and then you put some lye in it. Lye is like acid, and then huh?
No, I think Julian's watching the show. He's saying my mic is low.
Well, I hear you fine on my phone. Let me see about
No, but I know just to turn it up. Bam.
And you take
Holler. But anyway, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, well, then you take the acid. The lye is acid, so you put the acid in there, and you let it sit for a while, and then you take like a paint thinner, and then you pour it in and mix it up, and then you let it sit for about a day or two, and all the DMT goes into the paint thinner. And then you siphon off the paint thinner and you put it in a jar, and then you put the jar in your freezer, and then after a day it forms DMT crystals, and then you pour out the paint thinner, and then you dry it out.
And
it's
drink it, sniff it, rub it in your skin like an acid or what?
Well, no, because the acid is in like when you put in the paint thinner, right? The bottom with the acid in it, it separates. It's like you know when you put oil and water. How, like,
Yes, I know about oil and water. How they separate.
Yeah, so the paint thinner flows to the top.
Okay.
And then the DMT kind of draws out and goes into
I got a question for you. Have you ever licked toads in your life?
Well, I've never done it because I'm you gotta go to South America for that.
What are you talking about? They do it in America. But I just want to know if you've ever licked a toad or I don't know.
No, I mean the toads that
shit off of
the kind of toads that make the ones that make you trip. I don't think there's any in North America.
What? Or maybe they
the
can be
poisonous
designed
one.
that way? Oh, okay.
No.
I don't know.
They're I think they're all in the rainforest.
Okay.
Like the ones that if you touch, they're poison.
Oh, okay. But then what about like you ever I don't know mushrooms off of cow patties?
Well, shrooms aren't shrooms is like Dr. Seuss compared to DMT. DMT is like War and Peace.
Oh, well, I've never done that. I think. See, I swear I ate a pizza. That I think the dude put like magic mushrooms on there. Cause after I ate it, I was like, whoa.
No, I'm like when you do DMT, it's like your brain shoots out of your head into outer space. No, I'm not joking. Like it's the craziest thing. Like,
all right, well, we talked about that one before, but
yeah.
Okay, how's your football been going? Because I think this season is totally fixed with the games that they've been, with the games that have been going on. Like even like they're making the Giants and the Redskins game so exciting, like last minute drives. Like these teams aren't supposed to be that like close.
Well, Giants. Well, I mean, Giants, Redskins, Cowboys, Eagles. It doesn't matter how good or bad they are; they can beat each other anytime because they're just rivalry games. But
So
no,
the
I
fact
mean,
that they're going down to the wire, I'd be like, expect one team to start pulling ahead, like
well, I mean,
either
I was
third quarter,
watching
fourth
like
quarter.
the Vikings are 0-2, which sucks because last week they could have won, and then this week they should have won. Like the kicker had it was like maybe a 35-yard field goal and he misses it.
And they're playing outdoors or indoors?
No, it was in the dome. They were making fun of him on Sports Center. They're like,
yeah. Come
looks
on,
like
man.
No, they're like, it looks like the AC pushed it.
That's messed up. That's cold. That's cold.
But yeah, so I mean, they could be 2-0, but they're 0-2. But football is like that, like the Raiders. I mean, the Raiders should have probably.
They're 0-2 as well.
Yeah, they should have probably lost. And then the Chiefs beat the Ravens, but then the running back fumbled on the goal line.
Well, I don't know.
So
but I still think
like that.
I think for sure it seems like the Buccaneers are kind of rigged to win here.
No, I mean they're not rigged to win. The Buccaneers are hard to beat.
Well, I also noticed something else. Like, I think if anybody who's watching the Buccaneers trying to figure out what's going on, I think they should just start watching old New England Patriots tapes. Because it just seems like Tom Brady, no matter who you plug in, he's still just playing the same New England Patriots system.
No, Tampa Bay system is totally different.
How do you figure that?
Well, for one thing, Tampa Bay is they're way more reliant on defense
than those early New England teams. Those early New England teams had like serious good defenses, and they had
good
defenses,
but the Bucks though. I mean, the Bucks have their defensive line is pretty much unrunnable. The Cowboys ran like 3 plays.
Yeah,
they
didn't even try to run. I was like, what?
Yeah, because you can't.
Well, not with Zeke and whoever they're.
The Cowboys have one of the best rushing teams. I mean, they're great rushers. They rushed for 200 yards this week. Like they just didn't run because it was like you can't do it. I mean, and there's the Tom Brady and Gronk is the same, but the system is
But it still seems like he's just doing the same short passes. Okay, I see something go deep occasionally.
Well, yeah, but that's not like New England system. Like they're. I mean, you throw short passes when they're there, but Tom Brady's just good at
reading defense.
Well, yeah. So I mean, I don't think they're running because unless you're talking about Randy Moss, the Patriots never had a great receiver.
Welker? Wasn't he a receiver?
Walker,
slot receiver, whatever his name is?
Yeah, he's more of a slot receiver, but I'm talking about like a good wide receiver, like Randy Moss would. And Mike Evans he's good. He's big. He's good. And then you got Gronk is there.
I don't think Mike Evans goes all the way down there and back.
Well, I mean, he's different than Moss was, but he's a big. Moss was, of course, better, but different.
But then it was like what was I trying to think of? Like their quarterback last season, Jameis Winston. He got ran out of town, and then Tom Brady was there. But now Jameis Winston's on the Saints, and he's doing good. So what was it about Jameis Winston being at Tampa Bay that he couldn't shine?
I mean, Tom Brady's better.
No. But when Jameis Winston was there was no Tom Brady. Why was Jameis Winston doing bad there, but now he's thriving in New Orleans?
Well, New Orleans also has like a really, 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 really good coach.
Oh.
So they probably have him in a system. Like, I mean, Tom Brady basically does it all on his own. He normally the center decides the blocking assignment. Tom Brady he assigns the blocking for the offensive line. I mean, he does the audibles. Like, I mean, I'm not. Of course, James Winston is gonna do some audibles, but it's not like Tom Brady, you know, because Tom Brady is like Payne Manning. Remember those guys? Like they're audibling all the time.
I
I mean,
remember Peyton Manning for doing Omaha. I don't think I've ever heard of Tom Brady's audible skills.
well, I mean, Tom Brady does it, but like Peyton Manning was just like, you know, Omaha was his thing. He was really loud about it, and Peyton Manning would be like changing all the plays, you know. He'd be like, but also the Peyton Manning they ran no huddle too. I don't think the I don't think Tom Brady runs the no huddle. I think because I know the Colts ran no huddle the whole time. I don't know if the Broncos did, but like Peyton Manning was calling the plays.
No. He was attacking. Have you ever, like, now you say you like to watch football, but have you ever watched like this, the Peyton Manning show, Evening with Peyton or something like that, like on ESPN or something like that?
I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes.
Yeah,
like they're
it's
cool.
pretty funny. Like you went back to the original Super Bowl, which was like in the Coliseum or something like that, and they were talking about how the halftime show was some of like the worst stuff before in living color did a halftime show, and then after that they kind of started the trend of having like musical artists, stuff like that.
Have you ever? I was watching the football game, right? If you compare like watch a football game in like the 70s and 80s, and like watch what now, it's crazy. Like now, it's like watching Madden. They have these camera angles where it's like the depth of field is really short, right? So like the guy in the front's in focus, but everyone is like blurry around, and you know they have all these angles. When you're watching the old TV for the old games, you can barely tell what's going on.
Yeah. I mean, they're so far away too. It's like you're in the coach's booth up top.
Yeah, the TV is so good now. Like you don't even go to the game.
Yeah,
and if you go to the games, you know what you do?
You watch on your phone.
No, they have those big jumbotrons. And you're pretty much just watching the whole game on the Jumbotron.
I'm trying to think of the last time I went to an actual game. It has to be like at least almost 10 years.
Well, what I like about going to the games is you get to actually see the whole formation.
What do you mean?
So when you're watching it on TV, you know they have close-ups, and you're seeing like you usually see probably from left guard to left tackle to right tackle, and then on the quarterback, and then the camera follows them. But when you're watching the game, you see the whole field. So you see the whole formation, like you see dime, nickel, 3-4, 4-3. You can see the whole plays. So that's really cool. So you can actually understand more of what's going on when you go to the game.
Who you got for the Super Bowl?
What'd you say about Super Bowl?
Who you got for the Super Bowl, sir?
I don't know. I would think about putting money on the Browns if they give some points.
Whoa.
Well, I mean, if you bet, if you're gonna bet, you might as well get. You don't want someone that can't win, but you want the odds that are in your favor, like 500 to 1 or something.
So you saying Browns and Bucks?
No. The Bucks are AFC or NFC?
I know.
Oh wait, yeah, they're NFC because
I know the Chiefs and the Browns. The Chiefs and the Browns are in the same division. So if you got the Browns, that means they be taking the place of the Chiefs in the Super Bowl.
Well, most likely it's going to be the Chiefs, right? But the Browns have a really good shot.
I mean, they just lost to the Ravens tonight.
But they didn't really lose though.
Did they win or did they lose, sir?
Well, but
there's no such thing as moral victory.
No, that's not true because you don't look at it like
a win or a loss.
No, you gotta look at because you're talking about how good they are, right? the Chiefs beat the Ravens.
But they
just
beat them in every way except for the score.
Well, I mean, they won the game. They just the dude fumbled. Like they won the game, and all the dude had to do, they didn't even have to run the play. That's like they were on like what, like the
I don't know. I just heard about it. I was like, wow.
Well, I think they were on like the 20 or something. Basically, they didn't even have to run the play. They were just running the clock down to kick the field goal. So I mean, they didn't even have to run the play. They could have just kicked the field goal, but the dude fumbled it. I mean, and you know, it's not something that they should have done because you know they're the Chiefs.
Well, what do you want him to throw the ball and then you know if he missed it?
No. You want him to not fumble the ball. Yeah, it's like you know you're 2 minutes to go, and you're running a play to run down the clock. So you tell the dude, don't fumble the ball. Like, I mean,
that's what he does.
Yeah, like, but that kind of thing shouldn't happen because it's like put both hands on the ball. Like, I mean, like bite it. Like, you know, don't fumble the ball. And he had it out a little too. And the defense guy made a really good play. But the running back probably shouldn't have been. He should have just probably hit the hole and then went down, you know? He didn't need a first down. He just needed to run some time out. So, I mean, the defense, it wasn't like a silly fumble. Like, the defensive guy made a really good play. But the running back should have had maybe both hands on the ball. I don't know. Like, don't fumble the ball there. There are times, you know, when you play Madden,
you still haven't said who you got in the Super Bowl. Browns and who else?
Well, I said my sleeper pick would be the Browns.
Or you just think a rematch of this last year, Chiefs and Bucks?
No, I mean I don't think the Bucks are a sure thing. Like, I mean,
really? Dude, I mean, right now it's only been 2 games in, and they are a well-oiled machine.
They're not a well-oiled machine.
Citing from what? Unless there's an injury or something, like let's say.
Have you been watching the games?
I've been watching the highlights. So
yeah, so if you watch the games, they're not a well-oiled machine. They pulled out some close wins that could have easily been losses. Like, I mean,
not this last one could not have easily been a loss. They won by like, they were getting points off of defensive pick sixes, 2 or 3 of them actually, or fumbles returned for.
I don't think they blew them out.
Well, it started getting ugly at the end. It was Bucks and Falcons, I think. Bucks and the Falcons. It was getting ugly, and it was just getting dumb stuff too.
Oh, I forgot to watch the game tonight. Who won tonight?
I have no idea. I think it was Ravens and no,
that was last night.
Lions and Packers. It was Lions and Packers. I was like, nah. I was glad I was at work. I just got to zone out.
Well, that's because you're on the West Coast, so your games are early.
But I mean, just the fact of the Lions and Packers, I was like, yeah, I don't want to see that. Nobody wants to see that.
Well, I mean, it's a rivalry game, so it's not terrible. And the Lions have a new quarterback and stuff, so I don't know if they're good.
Well, they have LA's old trash, Jared Goff.
Oh, really? They just did a straight-out trade?
Yep. Trade for Matt Stafford and Jared Goff. Probably a couple draft picks or something.
Oh yeah, so it was a blowout, but I guess the Falcons don't really look that good. But the first game against the Cowboys, I mean,
they got so lucky with calls. Like, you gotta be.
Yes, I mean, I don't know that the Bucks are going to the Super Bowl. Like, the Chiefs can go because they're just the same good team, except they're gonna have to get by the Ravens, and the Ravens look pretty good. But there's a shitload of teams that can win out of the NFC. Like, I mean, the Bucks aren't a sure thing at all. Like,
Steelers, I like the Steelers.
Just buy 5 or more participating.
The Steelers are, but that's the AFC anyway. But
You can't let her keep doing this.
who you got? The Rams are the AFC. So you got the Rams.
I like the Chargers. I like that Justin Herbert.
Bills.
I like him.
Yeah, there's a lot of teams that could beat the Bucks. I mean, because like Tom Brady, all you gotta do is hit him one time.
Well, you got hit 2 or 3 times, and he still stayed focused, which I was surprised by. I was like, damn it.
No, I mean like one good hit. He's 40 years old. You just take him out.
This shit is dope.
I actually saw him try to run. Did you see him try to run for when he had open field? He went down like 5 hits. I was like, come on, man. He's got to have some kind of wheels. Like even what Danny Daniel Jones from whatever his name is from Giants quarterback Daniel Jones.
How's this even possible?
What?
Oh, I thought the game was still on. Like it's 2 a.m. The game can't still be on. It was highlights. I was just seeing who won because the Vikings are 0-2, so it doesn't matter. Both the teams in the division, so the Green Bay won.
Well, they needed to win. Could you imagine what the reporter would be asking if the Packers start 0-2 after that whole offseason debacle?
Yeah, all I know is if the Vikings lose next week, I'm not watching any more football for the rest of it. That's all.
Why? Because you feel you're going to do more harm than good?
No, I mean, it's just...
over for the season already?
Well, no, I mean, they won the game, and then the kicker misses a field goal. Like, I mean, it's just like... and then the week before that, they should have won too. Oh, remember last week we were talking about the new Marvel bad?
Huh? Oh, yeah. Who could be the next big bad in the Marvel universe?
There's an article on it about who's certainly to be the bad guy. Blah, 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 blah. I can read it real quick. Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to read all this shit.
Okay. Well, save it for next time. Because we got to talk about the crime of the century, or 2 crimes of the century, actually.
Oh, that... I don't think it was... Well, I mean, so he... What's her name again? Gabby something?
Gabby Pertuno? I don't keep on saying Paterno, but I know she's not related to.
As long, I mean, maybe the dude got ate by alligators.
Wait, the dude?
You know how he ran into the Everglades.
But he came back home.
Yeah, and then the police went to question him, and he's like, "I plead the 5th." Huh? No, he just said, "I plead the 5th. I'm not telling you shit."
Oh yeah. But then now that they found the body, they're still trying. They can't find him anymore.
Yeah, like, well, he left.
A week
yeah, he left.
But they don't know where he is.
Well, that's what I mean.
They know you're somewhere.
Well, he could be Eden.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the Everglades. There's it's lots of alligators over there.
So I've actually thought about. I know I'd never do it, but I thought about how to commit the perfect crime. Like I've known that whole thing of use an ice knife, or like a knife made out of frozen ice, and you stab them, and then the water melts, and then you have no weapon.
Well, no, I mean the only surefire way to get away with it is if it was a stranger, because
Just kill
if
a
you're
random person.
yeah, well, yeah, because if you kill like your wife, it doesn't matter how you do it, you're gonna be the suspect. Like, you know, there's always a connection. So it's like there was that one where the two dudes wanted to kill, each wanted to kill their wives, so they just traded. They're like, you kill my wife, I'll kill your wife, because then there's no connection.
But wait, how did they meet up to find out that they really hated their wife? You're talking about this was a movie or this was real life?
I don't know.
Well, where are you coming up with this story?
It was either real life or a movie. I just
No,
don't
it
know.
sounds like a movie with Danny DeVito.
It's either real life or
Danny
a movie. I
DeVito
just
and
don't
Billy
know.
Crystal. That sounds exactly like how the movie was. But he
I
wanted
read-
him to kill. He was talking
I
about how he
read
really
so
liked
much.
his wife.
I read so much true crime, and I watch so many crime movies that sometimes I don't know which is which. Unless I know, like, unless it's something I really remember. But this was just, well, it's always a stranger, right? That would be like if you're walking, like say you're driving, and you randomly just
picked up a
pick someone out.
hitchhiker.
Well, that's
And
like,
you guys
you
are
know,
talking about, oh
well,
yeah,
you're
my
in
wife.
LA. My friend's a DA in LA, and those a lot of the gang members, like, they have murders on them, and they can't do anything about them because they have the, you know, that blood in, blood out thing.
I don't know what the blood in, blood out thing is.
Like, you have to kill someone to get into the gang.
Okay.
Like, it's just like random. Either a random person of another gang or just a random person.
Hold on, what did that have to do with the D? Oh, I thought you said PA. I thought you were talking about movie stuff. And then I was like,
No.
what does that have to do with killing?
Yeah.
Killing people. Okay, you said DA, district attorney. Yeah.
Yeah, so he's like a lot of these guys that they have, you know, murders on them, and there's not much they could do because if it's like a random shooting, unless they get lucky and find the gun, you know, in the guy's house, there's not much you can do. Or if you get it on video or something, but other than that, like, 'cause there's no way to connect the guy to the person.
But I mean, I figure, like what? Let's say he's the boyfriend has a head start, or fiance, he has a head start. So if this was something that was premeditated, not a act of passion or something like that, he could be in Europe by now. Changed his name, changed his identity.
Well, it's probably not premeditated.
Accident, like he fell and.
No. I mean, it could have been like just a normal murder. Premeditated means like, you mean like he planned it out for like months, then went on the trip planning to do it. You're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was definitely not that, because I mean, he did some dopey shit.
Well, but like I'm even hearing in the news that maybe I think it was debunked. They were saying that he was either reading a book about missing women and stuff like that. But then somebody said, how many books is that the plot of? Like that could be the plot of like the majority of things, like a missing husband, missing loved one. That's not like something you could really charge him for.
Well, they raided his house, so.
Well.
But I mean, I don't know why. That's probably not gonna turn up too much unless he like, took pictures of it and brought it home. Like, I don't know what they were planning to find.
Search history is always gonna be a killer nowadays. Like depends on how she died and what he's been searching.
It wasn't something. I mean, it probably wasn't something that was planned. If the dude killed her, like, I mean, because she was beating him up. Remember?
Yeah. See, that's what struck me. Like he was actually getting beat up, and he snapped and had enough, pushed her, and she fell and broke her head. And then I was like, oh.
Or maybe like she fell and he ran because he didn't want to get in trouble. Who knows? Or maybe she really they just got in a fight and she left. You know?
She left and then died. And he couldn't say anything.
Or he left her.
But he wouldn't tell anybody about what happened. And then
No, I'm saying like maybe they got into a fight or something. He just left her.
But he wouldn't say anything. He wouldn't say, "Hey, the wedding's off. I can't do this. She's on her own."
Well, I mean, who is he gonna tell? Like the police?
To family back home. Hey, you and Gabby left. Where's Gabby?
And they still haven't identified the body.
I don't know. Yeah, that could be another thing.
Which is, it's weird, right? Because you're like, well, I get, they said it's hot, so like it could have been, if it happened in August and they just found the body now, it could be pretty decomposed. But you'd think like it wouldn't be like, you know,
That
she'd
bad.
have clothes. Yeah, clothes or something, you know, or like a wallet or something. But I don't know.
My one thing is what was I gonna say? Did you hear whatever they went to some like a Burning Man type festival, and they said that another couple had actually died at that festival that they went to, and maybe that might be a connection. I heard that. I was like, that's kind of trippy. I've never been to a rave and had people die, or multiple people die. That's messed up. So I figure if anything, he could also have what? Let's say it was premeditated. You'd have to have like a burner phone, burner computer, nothing that leads back to him. He's saying, hey, I got a new job in, let's say, Europe or something. So he's already planning on leaving. And then he's like, hey, yeah, we're going to go on this trip before I leave, this, that, and third. Kills her.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it was premeditated, it would be smarter, right? Like, you push her off a cliff. Well, you push her off a cliff and then say she fell.
But I'm thinking, why not, like, what? Push her off a cliff, and then, like, instead of saying, hey, I got a job in South America, you actually got a job in Europe, but you don't tell anybody that, hey, I'm going to Europe, you're going.
And then he came home too, you know, which is weird.
Yeah.
Like, that's why I don't know, because like if he did it like that and he was gonna run anyway, like why wouldn't you just run from there? Because if he would have said like he killed her in August, he didn't get home until almost the end of September, right? But he could have went from there and like just flew away, and then that would have been it.
But then that would have been even more suspicious.
Well, no, I mean, but like then, like no one would know anything. It would be like they'd both of them just disappeared.
Extra cash. Come on.
I think, to tell you the truth, I think if he did it, he called the lawyer, and the lawyer told him what to do. That's why he did it this way.
So when it comes to Discover, get used
to, because like that's like a lawyer would say, just don't talk to the police if they ask you questions,
and then we'll figure it out from there.
Yeah, and then like he got home, the police questioned him, and then he just said, I'm leaving. Because like, you know, it's bullshit. Because I don't care how big the Florida swamps are. Like, someone would have found him by now. Like he's probably gone, right?
What, out of the country?
Yeah, like I mean, because like from Florida, like I mean, you could get out of the country easy. You just get on a boat and you're gone.
But I don't think he wants to be on a like. Wait, you're not talking about like a sailboat. You're talking about like a cruise or something?
No, I mean Florida. If you get on a boat, you like Mexico is right there.
Yeah, but he's gonna stick out like a sore thumb. He better get a suntan.
Well, I mean, it doesn't matter if you stick out once you're in Mexico, because then you could just go wherever.
Yeah, well, all's well that ends well.
Or like maybe he really got eaten by alligators. Because it's kind of weird that they haven't
How
found
are
him.
you why are you thinking he got eaten by alligators all of a sudden?
No, he's the place where they said he ran is like infested with alligators.
Wait, his family lives in this alligator place? No.
It's Florida.
Well, JC's not here to confirm or deny.
Alligators go into your swimming pool in Florida. You've never heard about that?
No.
Yeah,
oh, no, I've heard about alligators. Yeah.
Yeah, like you have to fence the swimming pool because
I still
alligators.
think that's all a wise tale or something.
No, it's Florida. Like when you go to Florida, you see alligators. And if you run into the swamp in Florida, you're going to see an alligator.
Nah. I was watching something. Have you ever heard of DB Cooper?
Yeah,
the
he's the guy that jumped off of the airplane, right?
Yeah, he hijacked a plane and then he asked for 4 parachutes. He only really took 2. He had him and he had the money strapped to him, and he jumped out of the plane, never to be heard from again. Like I saw this documentary on HBO Max, and they actually have narrowed down using FBI files. They had it down to 4 different people, 4 suspects who might have been. But the funny thing is, it's all told by people who knew this person, not the person themselves, because they all died. So it's just like, oh, my uncle might have been DB Cooper, or my husband who died said he was DB Cooper on his deathbed. And I'm just like, what the fuck? So
well,
it's hard
I
to
thought
do.
they were pretty sure that he died.
Died in the when he jumped out.
Yeah. Because I saw a lot of stuff where they said like that jump would have been almost impossible.
Almost is not actually impossible. Stranger things have happened.
Yeah, that's true.
But like, there's one of the stories was what there was a woman who friends had found out was actually a man, and they think she kind of looked like DB Cooper. I was just like, what the hell?
Well, it says here Cooper appears to have been exposed as Robert W. Rackstraw, 75, who died of natural causes in July. A secret FBI.
Of this year? What
year it doesn't say. Hold on. A secret FBI death file released by a judge this week disclosed the identity of the outlaw. For 45 years, he was. It says, but newly uncovered FBI documents revealed his agents strongly believed their prime suspect was the former U.S. Army pilot, paratrooper, and explosive expert Rackshaw, and that he was also a CIA Black Ops man. Oh, I never heard that.
No, I mean that's a new one out of the 4 that I heard of.
Well, that would make sense though, because I mean they were from what I read about it, he was he was like this like really like suave guy that was like really cool and talking to everyone, and then
talking to everyone
like on the flight, like he was like he wasn't like he was talking to the stewardess and stuff, you know.
Yeah, he was talking to the stewardess to talk to the pilots to make sure he gets his demands. He's not talking to everybody on the flight.
No, I mean, but before that, like he wasn't like some scary dude that was, you know, running.
So what was I gonna say?
Everyone knows it's Don Draper.
Hey, you actually watched Mad Men?
Yeah.
Did you like the show? I didn't understand it.
It was. I mean, it was a good show.
It was just talking about marketing or ad agency in the turn of the century, like in the 40s, 50s.
Yeah, I know. Well, I mean, that's not really what the show was about, though. You know, that's just what they did.
But what was the show about? It was just about life in the 1940s and 50s.
Yeah, that was part of it, and then part of it was like just a character study on this dude that's like, he was like kind of like a poor dude that he took when he was in the army. An officer got killed, and he took the officer's dog tags and took his place. He switched dog tags
to kill himself and then take over the other guy's identity.
Yeah.
So he never like if he was like the person whose identity that he took, he never went back home, or how do you?
Well, no, I mean he took because the guy he was the officer or whatever. He took his identity, came back, and then built upon that.
What? Built upon that. But like the family of the guy whose identity he took wouldn't have never asked questions like, oh, what happened to my son or daughter? You see what I mean?
Well, I mean, I don't remember it. How he like what he did after, but I mean,
was his identity again or no?
No, Don Draper. That wasn't his real identity. He took the guy's identity, and then he just built a life. Because you gotta also understand, by the time you're watching Mad Men, he's in his 40s or 50s, right?
No, I don't know. I've never seen the show, so.
Oh, well, like the actors. I mean, he's like
John
35.
Hamm?
Yeah, how old is he?
Oh, he's probably mid 40s now, early 50s.
So yeah, when the show's starting, he's late 30s probably. 40s. So the war would have been like 20 years before that, right? Because you go to war when you're 18. So like they didn't really they didn't really go into the story. They just peppered the backstory in. So I don't remember exactly all the details, but I know he switched dog tags. I actually think there was an episode where like one of the dude's friends came.
One of who?
The
friend of the
guy.
officer.
Yeah, I just it's been a long time, right? When did that show go off the air? Like 5 years ago?
Probably a little more than that, I think. Boy, he goes to see him in the ad agency.
Oh, something like that. I gotta rewatch it to tell you the truth, because but the cool thing about that show was there's a lot of like nerdy stuff they did, like all the sets were built with
sets.
the
they said sex or what?
no, all the sets were built. They were built so the detail was so precise that that like so supposedly if you heard a train on the show, it's because the train really came at that time.
Oh, man.
Like it was supposed to be like a really crazy detail to all the stuff at that time, and like it's it was cool just to see how different the world has changed, because it was kind of about the secretaries, it was basically like these rich dudes.
That's what I still can never understand.
Oh yeah, they were smoking all, and they would
smoking so
they would
much
drink martinis for lunch.
What'd you say?
They would drink martinis for lunch, like when they went on their lunch break, they would drink.
Well, hell, people drink now. I've drank at work. I'll admit it. Or drank before work, not during work. That'd be stupid.
Well, I mean, but it depends. Like, what do you mean? You had like a beer?
Yeah. Not like I'm drinking like hard liquor.
Yeah, so like drinking like 2 martinis. That's like I mean, martinis are pretty strong.
Yeah. I've had them. Not my cup of tea.
Yeah, all they are is just like vodka in a glass.
Oh.
They put vermouth in it and an olive, but like, or gin, but it's pretty much straight gin or straight vodka with a little vermouth.
Here's a question: Did you see the new What If yet?
Remind me. I can tell you if I saw it.
It was what if Killmonger saved
Just
Tony
hearing
Stark?
the word cancer can be
Oh yeah. That was actually that one wasn't that bad. To tell you the
I
truth.
like that, and of course it's got to be like almost like a two-parter because
We keep
got to
track
bring
of
him
your
to
cancer
justice now.
screenings and remind you when
Kill
it's time
like
for the next one. And if you ever
he
do hear
killed
that
the
word,
what? So
our
many
teams of
good
specialists
guys,
use
bad guys.
cutting-edge treatments to help make other
I was like,
words
what the
like
hell?
hope, recovery,
Well,
and
I think
cancer-free
that was the end of it though.
How?
Tomorrow's
So he's
healthcare
just gonna go
today.
scot-free
Learn more
after
at
killing Iron Man
pp.org/thrive.
and Black Panther, and becoming the new Black Panther?
Well, yeah, because remember, like the whole point of it was that new hero, like they're always heroes. It doesn't matter if you kill them or not. There's a new team of heroes.
Well, now there's a new evil guy too.
Greg, do you mind?
And he must be brought to justice.
Well, yeah, but that's not like gonna be on the show. That's just what like that's just in the future because the show wasn't about that, you know.
Hold on, no, but even from what T'Challa said in the episode, he's like, if we don't get you, if what was he saying? Something about it'll come back. It'll come back to you either in this plane or another. So there has to be a payoff.
No, that
He
was
has
the
to get
payoff.
what was the
No,
payoff?
that was it.
Him just being
That was
told
it.
that him just being told, hey, this stuff is gonna come back to you. That's not a payoff.
No, but
Just
it
saying
is
it's not a
because-
payoff. He's gotta pay.
But that's not what the episode was about. There's not going to be another episode. That's
so
it.
wait, you're saying that you will not see Killmonger and What If in any other episode?
Not this season. Maybe if they do a second season. No, I'm telling
I'll
you
bet
that
you
was
$5. Want to bet $5?
Yeah, we can bet $5.
Okay.
But I'll be winning because I know the answer.
How do you know the answer?
Because I can read the episode.
No, he's got to come back.
No, I'm not. Well, if he comes back, it's not in this season. I mean, because I watched it. It seemed like it was finished. That was it. That was the end.
In none of the other episodes did the bad guy get away, or maybe what? I know in the horror one with the zombies, that one might have been questionable because they're flying into Wakanda, and then there's a zombie Thanos there who just needs the one more gem for the gauntlet. That one might not have turned out well, but all the other ones, the good guys win. So why in this one episode, or 2 out of the 6, would they let the bad guys win if all the other ones
because
it ends on a good note?
The episode, that's not what the episode was about.
What was the episode about?
It was just about what would have happened if he rescued Tony Stark, and then they showed you, and then you just have to like imagine the other stuff.
Good prevailing.
Yeah, if that's what you imagine happening.
I see him paying for it. Because I still think they need a new. They still need a new Guardians of the Galaxy. Because even though T'Challa is Star-Lord, it's like whatever happened to Gamora, Thanos. I barely saw Thanos.
Yeah, but I mean maybe that's what they do in the second season. But that's not what the what ifs are about. It's just like they're just showing you glimpses of other. I told you last week. It's just they're introducing the multiverse.
Well, I think they still need these new Avengers to assemble, and who better to go against than?
No, but
Killmonger.
you know, they're not connected. You know that, right?
What is not connected?
The
what ifs? None of these what ifs are connected.
They're in totally different universes.
Oh, I don't know that.
Yeah, there's no. It's the multiverse.
Hold on. Even in the first one, he said that this one moment of Agent Parker becoming Captain America started all these other chains of events.
No,
all
it
these
started
other variations.
all the changes, events in that universe.
Oh.
Every episode is a totally different universe. It's the multiverse. That's why the reason why they're doing this is to introduce the multiverse, which I didn't need. No, I didn't know they needed to do that, but apparently talking to you, they do, because you don't seem to understand the concept of the multiverse.
Well, I'm realizing now that with the one with, well, you never saw the Ant-Man one, right? Or the evil Ant-Man one?
Yeah, I didn't see it.
Oh, okay. Because he kills most of the Avengers, and then I'm like, well, Hulk and whoever, you know, they're in other episodes, so yeah. So it has to be different Hulks, different Captain America.
Yeah, well, each episode, do you know how the multiverse theory works, right?
What, one decision is
like,
either yes or no?
No, like, yeah, say
every day there's like different.
Yeah, when you wake up in the morning, right? And you're like, should I drive to work or should I take the train, right?
Or should I not go to work? That's my.
Well, yeah, whatever your choice is, right? The second you make a choice, a universe appears. Because there's a universe. Well, with every person, so there's like billions of universes. The multiverse.
Yeah.
Like every choice you make creates another universe.
But see, what I don't understand is like they're introducing the multiverse, but like even all throughout the movies of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU, didn't they already have variants in there? Like the second Thanos has to be a variant because they already killed the first one, right?
No, well,
it's not the same Thanos.
No, it is. Remember the second Thanos in Endgame was actually the first Thanos.
But he's now found out that he
because it's
gets
the
all
past,
the stones.
Remember? Because they went into the past.
Yes. So they already started changing stuff.
Well, that Thanos came from the past.
Yes. But it's still a different one. It's not the same Thanos.
No, it's the same Thanos, but just from the past.
Oh.
It's like the same universe, right? But remember they went into the past, and the Thanos from the past came into the future.
Yes, he followed him, or he tracked him with Nebula or whatever. So
it's basically the same Thanos. It's just he came from the past. That's why I remember when Wanda was like, "You took everything from me," and Thanos was like, "I don't even know who you are."
Yeah.
Because he didn't know who she was, because he'd never met her.
Yeah.
You remember that, right?
Yes, I've seen that movie.
Yeah, so the multiverse would be different. It's like, when you're watching the new Spider-Man movie, like the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man is in it, and the Andrew Garfield Spider-Man.
You've seen them in trailers? Like, what trailer is this? Everybody is expecting them to be there?
No, they're in it. They're in it, but the trailer just in the trailer you see the Dr. Octopus from the Tobey Maguire movie. But yeah, Spider-Man is in it too. Like Tobey Maguire's definitely in it. I think Andrew Garfield's in it too.
Well, you've seen a leak from the leak. You've seen leaked footage or something like.
No, I'm pretty sure he just said I'm in the movie. Let me see. Is Tobey Maguire? Because DC is doing the same thing. Like Ben Affleck and Michael Keaton are going to be in the movie.
But that's an actual story. That's like a very classic Flashpoint or something like that.
But like Flashpoint isn't a multiverse story. Flashpoint is DC's multiverse story.
Yeah.
It's the same exact thing. It's just in the way they did it in the Marvel world is they used all that
TV
that that. No, they use the Ant-Man technology. Remember?
Quantum realm. Whatever.
Yeah, but in DC, the way they do it is Flash goes back into time.
To change that his mother died or whatever.
Well, yeah, whatever he changes, it creates multiverses. Like, but it's a little. The weird thing about that is Flashpoint technically isn't multiverse, right? Because, well, I guess it is. I don't know, because he goes back in time. He changes something in the past, so it changes in the future. So that's a little different, I think, than multiverse, because multiverse is totally different universes. But no, it's the same, because it's like, what if this person did it instead of that person? Yeah, so it's the same deal.
All right. So what was the show? No. What other show were you trying to watch?
Oh, the new season of Lucifer came out, I think.
Yeah, I hadn't seen much. No, I saw an interesting documentary. Luke Longley, like his life after the Chicago Bulls. Dude,
that's such a weird documentary.
Why?
Let's do a documentary of Luke Longley.
Yeah, I mean, hey, like you really don't hear much about him in the freaking in the last dance.
I mean, you didn't really hear that much about him when you were watching them play.
Oh well, because he wasn't he wasn't the flashiest guy. He wasn't like Dennis Rodman, where he's always in the news.
No, I mean, he wasn't even like. I mean, like he was good at what he did, and what he did was be a big dude to stand there and do nothing.
Oh, this guy.
Well, I mean, like he would just he was just a body that they would put on like Shaq and stuff, and then like when people like had like when there was like three people triple teaming Michael Jordan would drive and then like pass it to Luke Longley, sitting there open, and Luke Longley would dunk it.
Yeah,
and then
I mean, still, like, I mean, I never knew about him. I didn't know. I knew he wasn't American, but I mean, he was like the first Australian in the NBA.
Best restaurants in LA.
Well, I mean, yeah, he was an okay player. Like, I mean, but I mean,
lucky for you,
he's not like someone I would do a documentary on. But you know.
Filled with tasty tracks.
Was the documentary interesting?
Yes. Like, I mean, you found out what happened to Luke Longley after he left the NBA.
Well, I imagine he retired and he sits in this mansion in Australia.
Well, the funny thing is, after he retired, he kind of he resented basketball for a while, but then it was. After that, he realized how much he liked basketball. So then the basketball that he resented it now is salvation. So now he's actually working with the Australian. He's coaching. He's not coaching, but he's like an assistant coach on an Australian basketball team. And he bought. It looked like he bought an island, but he bought like a ranch or something in Australia.
Yeah, that's why that sounds like the worst story is like, I resent basketball. It only gave me $10 million to buy my giant mansion. Like,
but I mean, if they did that on most black athletes, it'd be like, yeah, I'm homeless, living on the street.
Well, yeah, but that's because a lot of the black athletes are they're not stupid, but they start out poor. And they just spend all their money. I bet you Luke Longley, he came from like a middle class family or something.
Well, both his parents were actual athletes too.
Yeah, so that makes sense. Like he would have known how to save his money and shit, you know.
Hold on one second. My dog more water. Alrighty, so yeah, I think we're wrapping it up for this one, or you got more stuff to talk about? Cause I'm.
Oh, we've been talking for a long time, but it seems like Yeah, but it seems like we didn't really cover anything.
Yeah, I mean,
Are you
well, do you
drinking
want
a
to talk about
jug of
Biden?
water?
Huh? Yes. That's what was in my fridge, and when I got home, I didn't have time
Were
to.
you like one of those bodybuilders?
No. I mean,
When
that's
you
just
go
what I
to
put
the
in my mini fridge.
Yeah, when you go to the weightlifting places, like
Oh,
you
no, I
always
don't
see
carry
that
it
one
around like
guy
that.
with the big jug of
No,
water.
I just took it out of the fridge before I sat down to talk with you.
Yeah, I didn't even think we talked about anything.
Man, I mean, we're just shooting the shit.
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Yeah, because I mean, not that much stuff is going on besides the death of America.
Oh, this guy. What else?
Did you see? I saw this funny meme that said, "Who knew Biden's America would be like this?" And then you see this, you see one of those border patrol guys on horseback lassoing like a black
yeah,
immigrant.
Haitian. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of that. Some of that stuff was like, wow. I think I texted you earlier. Somebody said that he's Biden is a corruptocrat. I was like, oh my god, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard. Corruptocrat.
Yeah, like I mean.
Now what I don't understand is that the whole the drone strike that actually killed civilians. That was just like, what the fuck, dude? And all they want to do is try to issue an apology. I'm like, okay, it's killed how many people in their family?
Issue an apology. Like, yeah, I saw Ron Paul. He was questioning them, right? And he said, so did you guys blow up a civilian or a terrorist? And the spokesman was like, we're still looking at the information to find out. And then Ron Paul goes, well, shouldn't you have known that before you blew him up?
Yeah, point. Touche, sir. Touche. I don't know, man. See, I think I'll give Biden this. I hated Trump because it seems like any time a reporter would ask him a question, he gave an answer. Biden, when he's done talking, he'll let them right off. He just starts walking off. I'm just like, yeah, that's the president I want.
Well,
He doesn't have to answer to any of them. I don't have to answer your questions. I'm leaving. I got more important.
Yeah, but you do have to answer the questions. That's the whole point.
No, he doesn't.
The reason why
Biden
Biden
seen that he doesn't. He doesn't.
No, but the reason why Biden doesn't answer questions isn't because he doesn't have to answer questions, because he doesn't know what's going on. Because when he answers questions, the shit that he says is so stupid. I'm not joking. I saw his own people turn off his mic because he started like I'll send you the clips, but like the shit Biden says, like I mean it's like it's not like Trump, where Trump would just like Trump knew what he was saying.
Shit.
Yeah, but Biden like doesn't know what he's saying. Like, remember when he says what was it? He said rich kids are just as smart as what did he say? He said something like
I think I know what you're talking about, but I don't want to butcher it.
Black kids are just as smart as rich kids or rich white, something stupid like that, or yeah, he says stupid shit like that.
The rich kids are just as smart as the black kids. Was like, wait, I meant that.
Yeah.
Like, wait, I meant that. Switch that around.
He just doesn't know what he's saying some of the time. Like, he doesn't know where he is.
Well, we can make fun of Biden all week long. We're probably going to do another podcast on Saturday. So, I don't know, tell them where they can see you, Senor.
Oh, yeah. Catch me my Instagram is at American Heathens. And you can get my Gmail at AmericanHeathens.com.
Because you don't know it.
No, AmericanHeathens@gmail.com if you want to email me. And if you want to
talk about multiverse,
yeah, you can do it on Instagram.
All right. Well, I'm Ish the Comic here. Had a long day at work. I thought I could make it through the podcast, but probably shouldn't have rushed it. But oh well.
Well, we could do one Friday if you want.
Yeah, well, we're trying to do one probably Saturday
All right.
morning. All right. I'll check you later, folks.
Yeah, Nias.
And as always, good fight, good night. Peace
All
out,
right.
folks. Oh man. Let me get.
Is it Twitch? Are we still on Twitch?
Yeah, I mean we're still streaming, but I'm probably gonna cut my mic and let the last song play here. Ooh.
I think my dad's gonna die soon.
Why?
He's in the hospital. He had like something with his liver. He pulled one of your things.
What? Did he go to the doctor?
Yeah, like they said, we see something on your like maybe like 8 or 9 months ago, and he didn't tell anyone or say anything about it. So I think it's all over for him.
Wow. But your mother and father are together?
Yeah.
So did he get COVID as well? Because you said your sister.
Oh yeah.
Sister's kids, and you said your mother. But
Yeah.
your father.
I mean, he got, but this has nothing to do with COVID. It's just it's something like there's a mass on his liver. A mass.
What is a mass?
Well, it's a mass. They don't, a mass means you don't know. It could be
MASS.
Yeah, mass. That's how they call it. Like, yeah. So,
mass. Mass?
oh
mass?
no, so
That's why I'm like, what the fuck?
and something happened. I think, and there was like he was bleeding or something. And they had to rush him into the emergency room, but he's okay now. But I mean, it's probably.